Special straight lines in a triangle. Perpendicular bisector. A perpendicular bisector is a line perpendicular to a segment and passes through its midpoint. Properties. Any point on the perpendicular bisector is equidistant. It means that it's equal distance from the endpoints of the line segment. The second property is if we have MA equals MB and NA equals NB, so M and N are 2 points on the perpendicular bisector of AB. Here we have AB. To draw the perpendicular bisector, we have to search its midpoint, which is M. So we got its midpoint, which is M, and from M we draw a perpendicular line to AB. Okay, so the perpendicular bisector passes through the midpoint of AB and perpendicularly to AB at the midpoint. In the second example, we have MA equals MB and NA equals NB. So we can say that M and N are 2 points on the perpendicular bisector, or we can say that since M is on the perpendicular bisector, so we have that MA equals MB, and since N is a point on the perpendicular bisector, so we have that NA equals NB. In a triangle, we can draw 3 perpendicular bisector. A median of a triangle. It's a ray drawn from a vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side of this vertex. The medians of a triangle intersect at a point G, called the center of gravity. So simply to draw a median, we have to search the midpoint of the opposite side and draw, for example, if we want to draw a median issued from A, so we look at the opposite side of A, which is BC. Okay, so we indicate the midpoint of BC, which is D, and simply we draw the ray AD. AD is the median of BC. And since D is the midpoint of BC, so we have that BD equals DC. Okay, and in a triangle we can draw 3 median. Altitude of a triangle. Its a ray issued from a vertex that is perpendicular to the opposite side. So the median is its a ray drawn from a vertex, but it passes through the midpoint of the opposite side. But the altitude, it's a ray issued from a vertex and perpendicular to the opposite side. Okay, this is the difference between the median and altitude. So median passes through the midpoint, but the altitude is perpendicular to the opposite side. The point of intersection of the altitudes of the triangle is called the orthocenter. Okay, in this example, we want to draw the altitude BD. So if you want to draw the altitude BD, so it's a ray issued from B to the opposite side AC. Okay, so we extend AC to draw the perpendicular. And in a triangle we can draw 3 altitudes, and the intersection and the point of intersection of the 3 altitudes is called the orthocenter. The bisector of an angle of a triangle. The bisector, it's a ray that divides the angle into 2 congruent or equal angles. Congruent means equal. Okay, so it's a ray that divides the angle into 2 equal angles. For example, AD here, we have the angle BAC, and we have the ray AD. Since AD is the bisector, so we have 2 equal angles, which is BAD equals to DAC. An important note that in an isosceles triangle, the perpendicular bisector is at the same time the altitude, the median, and the bisector only in the isosceles triangle.